Good morning and welcome to WGTV Today. I'm Kim Best, your host. With me this morning is LaTerrie Ward, Director of Community Affairs with the City of Goldsboro. Good morning, LaTerrie.
Good morning.
Glad to have you on the show this morning.
I'm glad to be here.
Well, you have been with the city for a long time as Director of Community Affairs. Tell me a little bit about that.
I've been here really about 27 years with the city, and I've enjoyed every moment of it.
Well, that's true dedication and loving your job, isn't it?
Oh, yes, and the staff does help as well.
Yeah, that makes for a great working environment.
It does.
It does. Well, tell me about Community Affairs, what it is, what your mission statement is, and how the programs that you direct, how they influence and are directed by the community.
Okay, well, our mission is to promote equality and understanding for our services that we provide to the citizens, as well as we review and investigate complaints for the city in housing, employment, education, recreation, and any public accommodations.
Wow. That's a long list.
Yes, but that doesn't include the actual programs that we operate as well.
Well, tell us about the programs. What are some of those?
Some of the programs are, we start out with our Diversity Day, that being one, and we just finished completing that day.
That was a nice event.
It was absolutely nice. And that was whereas the mayor here from the city and the chairman of the county commissioners and the base commander signed a proclamation proclaiming September as Diversity Day.
Okay, or is it a day or is it the whole month?
It was the actual day that we were doing because the governor asked that we do something on a special day to recognize that. And this
do they do this across the state?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, great. Well, what other programs do you have?
One major program we have is the Mayor's Youth Council. And
that's a fantastic program.
They've just started back up, and we have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 85 students from 10 different high schools.
So you have representatives from 10 different high schools that come together. Do they have a certain date and time, and do they have certain jobs they do?
Yes, they meet every first and third Wednesday night up in the City Council chambers, and they actually have their own agenda, and they actually have projects somewhere in the neighborhood, 18 or 19 projects they do a year.
So not only are they learning how to do formalities and how to work as a team, they're actually doing community service.
Exactly, and they're only one of 27 in the state that is actually under city government. Most of the other councils are under recreation and parks.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're considered a leadership group as opposed to a recreational type.
Okay, okay. So do these children, so they come from the different public schools?
Yes.
Are they public and private or just public?
They're actually public and private.
Okay, so we have representatives from public and private schools.
Yes.
They come together and have meetings. They have community service projects. They do things within our community. I'm sure lots of activities here with the city and with other organizations as well.
Yes, and they are a part of the state.
Okay.
The state has 27 actual chartered youth councils across the state, whereas they meet across the state 4 times a year.
Oh my goodness.
So they get a chance to travel.
Well, do they have the opportunity to hold leadership titles and leadership roles within the state?
Yes, they do. As a matter of fact, the State Youth Council chairperson is on the Mayor's Youth Council, and that's Andre Elliott, who that's a great asset for us because he is a great student.
Okay, and that's one of our local?
That's one of our local students.
Well, how about that? So we have a state representatives.
Yes, and that also means that he get a chance to have his fees paid by the state whenever we travel to a meeting.
Oh, that's nice. Do these children have the opportunity to apply for scholarships through this?
Oh, yes, they do. We do raise money for scholarships in our gift wrapping and our actual Easter baskets. Those are 2 major fundraisers we have. So if you're out at the mall at Christmas, please come out.
So that's the youth council that's out there wrapping gifts for everyone.
Yes, at least 2 weeks into Christmas, and it's a long line, so please come out and give us a donation.
Okay, so the money they raise goes for scholarships for that particular group?
Yes, it does.
Well,
and we usually give away somewhere in the neighborhood about $2,000 worth of scholarships a year.
Oh, wow. That's wonderful. Well, what other programs do you have other than the Mayor's Youth Council?
We have One Harvest, which is a food program. People probably used to remember we had Angel Food.
Yep,
and then
I remember that.
Then we also had a program called I
can't remember well, One Harvest is the program now,
but
right?
it is a program now, and pretty much as people can come in for a low cost and purchase a package of food, and that's once a month, and we distribute it out of Herman Park Center.
Are there requirements for people that they have to meet before they can be a part of this program?
Yes, it is one all of us can definitely attest to. Yeah. If you eat, you qualify.
Oh my goodness. Okay, how can people find out more about this program?
They can either go to our website or call the Community Affairs Office, which is the 580-4359 number, or actually come down to the Historic City Hall. That's where they would actually pay for the purchase of the meals.
Okay, so the meals, they do cost.
Yes.
There is a fee attached with them, but it's a whole meal?
It is a whole meal, and they also provide a $1 contribution to our water bill assistance program.
Oh, so every meal sold gives $1 back to our water bill assistance program.
That is correct. And that's a partnership that we have with Department of Social Services to assist people with their water bills.
Wow. Well, LaTerrie, it sounds like you have all kinds of programs that you oversee, and they really seem to be very strong within our community, all the programs that you offer.
They are. And just let me also tell you about, we have the Mayor's Committee for Persons with Disabilities, which also have a luncheon. And that's usually held in October.
Okay.
And they also put on a walk, which is the Hal K. Plunk walk that we have each May.
May. I was going to ask when you usually hold that. And where do you all have your walk, or where do you begin the walk?
Usually at the Presbyterian Church on John Street.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. And how long do you all walk?
Well, it's about 4 blocks.
Okay.
Because we have somewhere in the neighborhood of about 300 people.
Come out from a group.
Oh, absolutely. And usually a band, one of the high school bands, actually start us off, and they like that.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, anytime we can involve our community members, and especially our students.
Oh, yes.
That's great. Okay, so we've talked about several of your programs. Are we leaving any of them out?
I'm sure we do, because we also do a fair housing program.
That's what I thought.
Fair housing is one that we make sure that the residents can come in and find out about tenant laws as well as landlord laws, what the responsibilities are as a tenant and landlord, and updates for HUD.
Okay. So they can find that information on the website, but they can also come into your office in the Historic City Hall and meet with you one-on-one and get that information.
Exactly, and that's held every April.
Okay, so you have workshops?
Yes, we do.
Okay, you have workshops in April. And they can find that information, I know, on our website, but also on the city's Facebook page.
Oh, yes.
We post all of this information, for whether it's One Harvest, activities from the Mayor's Youth Council, whether it's updates about HUD, whatever it may be, we put all that information on the website under Community Affairs, but also on the city's Facebook page.
And we ask that everybody please utilize those services too.
They're here. That's what they're here for, is for people to utilize them. Well, LaTerrie, thank you so much.
No problem.
You continue to just amaze me with all the responsibilities that you have and your dedication to your job and to this community. So thank you so much for what you do.
Thank you for asking me to come.
Absolutely. And here we are again on WGTV Today.